I'd like to share with you a book called I Should Have Honor, a memoir of hope and pride in Pakistan. It's by Khalida Brohi. And she is a young woman who is an activist for women's rights and women's education in Pakistan. This for me was a fascinating read because I don't know much about Pakistani culture, and I felt like this was like a really insight into that culture in that part of the world and something I didn't know very much about, which was always nice to learn about. And she has like a very imaginative and descriptive style when she writes too. So it's her life story and her role to become an activist. So I just want to read you a little bit about when she's a young girl and with her father. I grew up to be Abba's little girl with 2 ponytails. When I was small, my father loved putting me on his shoulders and taking me outside. This was very unusual, as in my culture, fathers do this only with their sons. I would hold tight to his hair as he walked. I loved the way the world looked from up high, the way my mother must have viewed it from the branches of her pomegranate tree back home. As Abba walked past, people stared at us, witnessing the strange bond of father and daughter. We passed shops, donkey carts, and cars. Some people would wave at me, and I would grin with pride, my tiny feet kicking my father's shoulders. Later, I would come to believe that Abba carried me on his shoulders to show everyone how special I was to him, and for me to see that my place was up above cultural restrictions. Rules couldn't pull me down from my place in the world. So she has a really interesting life. Starting out very young, she has a lot of responsibilities in terms of caring for her family. They live in kind of a rural part of Pakistan, and then they end up moving, and she has a very supportive family who love her and want her to become all that she is, but also who recognize that culture is a huge part of our lives and a huge part of our communities, and trying to find that balance in like letting her be who she wants to be and also having her still be part of their community. So she goes up and ends up changing the world, and it's a fascinating story. If you like books like I Am Malala, I think you should give I Should Have Honor a try.